Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna may have a new troublemaker occasion while Beth gets tyrannous about marriage plans. Remy may also have a spin out ahead of him. Remy's fear after Electra spills all his awful jest and pushes Deke to leave him. While Remy makes a plea to save his relationship, more issues will be washing up for Deacon and Sheila. That's because Beth won't want Sheila at the marriage form. Cleric may hear the news from Hope and have to break it to Sheila that Beth doesn't want her around. Hope and Steffi will manage to keep their old contest behind them, at least for now. Steffi will have only good effects to say about the return of Hope's line and her imminent Liam espousal. Remy may spin out if Deke can't get over what he did to Electra. Since Luna is awaiting some updates following Remy's Forrester appearance, he may return to the captivity and confess the catastrophe. Luna may try to play love croaker for Remy, or she could push him to get vengeance on Electra for ruining his love rather. Remy really needs to keep in mind that Luna's stuck in the slammer before he starts taking her advice. Rachel Riley will step back into her part as Rachel the Bikini Bar Garçon, but this former Big Brother winner won't be serving up drinks this time around. It turns out Rachel will be on hand for some spiritual sanctification scenes involving Bill, Katie and Liam. Rachel will be called on for her energy mending services in a poisonous house, so that may be the Spencer manse since Luna stayed there not too long ago. Liam and Hope's marriage day since plans feel to be moving right along for it. Daphne may check in with Carter and make sure he's still feeling okay about Hope moving on. Carter may reiterate that he wants Hope to be happy and work to prove he's all in on a future with Daphne. There should be a grand gesture or two headed Daphne's way since Carter knows he has to earn her trust. Fall exercise word has suggested about a character linked to Daphne's history coming on the scene. Will it be a stalk or maybe a former nut who appends Daphne's life? Beth will make an anti-Sheila advertisement while Electra refuses to forgive Remy. At Forrester Creations, Remy is now an emotional wreck after being brazened and berated during Deke's welcome party. Despite Remy's reason and hopeless plea for another chance, Electra will make it crystal clear that she's not forgiving him for everything he's done. Remy was hoping he could get Electra back on his side and move the others to follow, but that plan went out. That's why Remy will just have to turn his attention to Deke and intimately supplicate him not to give up on their relationship. Deke is obviously feeling overwhelmed since he no way anticipated any of these awful Remy exposures. It'll be hard for Deke to get once Remy's conduct, especially since Remy kept quiet for so long. Beth will have another discussion with Hope and Liam about their forthcoming espousal. It turns out Beth will have a big idea about Liam and Hope's marriage form, so she'll share it with them. Hope and Liam will no doubt offer their blessing as long as it's reasonable and realizable. Beth will ultimately have another advertisement about the guest list. Turns out Beth won't want Sheila at the marriage, so she'll catch Liam and Hope off guard when she spills that news. Beth won't want Deacon woman ruining the fun of Hope and Liam's special day, so she'll take a veritably anti-Sheila station on Tuesday's show. Will Liam and Hope entitlement Beth's request about leaving Sheila off the guest list? Since Hope was formerly hoping Sheila wouldn't be there, she may pipe up an agreement and decide to give Cleric updates on the Sheila band soon after. Will attacked Remy while Sheila had an awkward Taylor visit. In the Forrester exchange, Deke was confused over the negative response to Remy's appearance. Will dived at Remy and tried to launch an attack, but Deke barked out a defensive warning and remained puzzled over the whole situation. Electra realized Deke was authentically in the dark on all of Remy's terrible jest. So she gave him updates with a little help from Ivy and Katie. Remy explained about following Electra to Los Angeles, but Electra, Ivy, and Katie made sure Deke knew the whole verity. That meant Deke learned about the deepfake raw prints and how he chased Electra like an beast. Deke was affrighted, but Remy claimed he wasn't that person presently and cried as he prayed Electra to give him another chance. Remy asked Electra to look in that big heart of her and forgive him, but she didn't look ready to do that at all. In Taylor's office she couldn't stop allowing about Deacon as she looked at his case word. Sheila ultimately showed up to thank Taylor for transferring Deacon back to her. Taylor claimed Deacon made his own choice before Sheila gushed over her hubby and how she'd been hysterical he'd turned to another woman. Cleric had come home, Sheila intended to bear and make sure he stayed. At Il Giardino, Brooke stopped by and had a catch-up session with Cleric. When Brooke realized Deacon was trying to fix effects with Sheila reunion, she wondered how he could take her back. Cleric brought up his sessions with Taylor and understood that he'd presumably face counter-reaction from Hope as well as Deke on his Sheila reunion. Brooke was hoping Taylor would move Deacon to look at other romantic options, so she wasn't pleased over his Sheila news. It's easy to see that Cleric can't shake Taylor from his studies, so there's clearly still a chance he'll rendition to temptation with her ultimately. Taylor and Deacon's complicated bond will lead to further trouble. Electra exposures will scarify Deke. Will also blast Remy as the drama gets indeed worse in the Forrester exchange. All poor Deke wanted to do was show off his new swain. Deke was hoping to include Remy in his welcome bash at Forrester Creations and let everyone meet the Joe who's captured his heart. Rather of giving Deke a heads up on the ineluctable mayhem, Remy let him get blindsided. Now Deke is wondering why everyone seems so freaked out about Remy being the man in his life. Electra will fill Deke in on the deepfake prince Remy created and how he made her miserable just so he could be the one to console her. It was sick and crooked, so Deke will obviously be creeped out as well. Remy followed Electra to Los Angeles and formally again made a mess with his stalkerish tendencies. It all led to that dramatic climax when Remy chased after Electra and set up himself in a showdown with Will. Speaking of Will, he'll put Remy on full blast and make it clear that he's not drink at Forrester Creations. Ivy will surely pipe up in agreement since she knows what an awful experience Electra went through thanks to Remy. After Remy pleads to speak with Deke alone, they'll clash over Electra's disturbing news. Remy will want to wipe the slate clean and embrace the love they've set up, but it may not be that simple for Deke. That's especially true since Remy formerly faced counter-reaction for his link to Luna. Deke does indeed realize that Remy's still going behind his reverse to see Luna, so this whole thing is a mess. Sheila make pledges to Deacon and look forward to completely repairing their relationship. Since Hope and Liam marriage is coming up, Sheila will get updates on that and decide this will be a great occasion to do commodity as a couple with Cleric. Beth wouldn't want her anywhere near the espousal. The kiddies are being transferred off on a play date. Steffi walks by and incontinently gets into making out with Finn. They talk about how much they missed each other when Steffi remembers Finn had commodity important to tell her. She reviews all the recent events she knows about and also worries commodity is over with Liam. Finn says it's nothing like that and also goes into talking about when he was presumed dead. Steffi doesn't get the hint but does flash back how he saved his life. He says his mama is back to her rejuvenating ways and also just rambles for a bit. Finn explains one day he was sitting in his office and saw her. Finn says Luna is alive and Steffi's eyes go all kinds of wide.